For 100 years, Castrol has been behind our Kiwi heroes, from the pioneers of the sky to legends of the land. Whether they be on 2 wheels or 4, our Kiwi champions have proved they're the best. And Castrol's been there every step of the way. That's why we are proud to celebrate 100 years of Castrol in New Zealand. A lot has changed in 100 years, but some things remain the same. Kiwis have always loved their cars, and we've helped to keep them moving. From the early days, Kiwi drivers knew that a Castrol garage was a good garage, and some of the first ones, like Smallbone Brothers, are still with us today. Whenever Kiwis felt the need for speed, we've been there. On land and on sea, Castrol has been the name to trust. But it doesn't stop there. Castrol has played its part in building our proud farming nation, and they've been with us for our milestones. When the Duke and Duchess of York arrived on our shores in 1927, they knew they could rely on Castrol as they explored our young and beautiful nation. In 1936, our hero Jean Batten proved that Kiwis can fly.
I never expected to break the record by such a large margin.
And as she flew into the history books, she knew that Castrol was the only choice to bring her home. When Bert Munro smashed the land speed records on his Indian Scout, he trusted that Castrol would keep his homemade pistons pumping.
Dad was a devoted user of Castrol products. I still remember a distinctive smell of Castrol R in the garage when I was a kid.
And over 50 years later, his record still stands. Over the last 100 years, we've had many memorable moments. And some we'd rather forget. But it's always been the people of Castrol who've shone the most.
I helped develop the original Castrol GTX, and I was part of the team that worked on Formula S LX. That was definitely a highlight of my career. I've owned 27 cars in my lifetime. I can remember the model numbers and engine specifications of all of them. I don't consider myself obsessed with cars, although my first wife did, and I suppose my second wife did too. She actually grew to hate cars for some reason. I'll never forget the day she left me. It was very painful. As she drove off down the road, I could hear her timing was out by 2 degrees.
Scientific research always throws up moral issues. It's hard, but you constantly have to ask yourself, why am I doing this? I've undertaken experiments which many people would find unconscionable, myself included. You just have to think, well, yes, I've killed, but many others will live longer because of it. I mean, in developing GTX Magnatech, we cold-started engines thousands of times. It's simple cruelty, and some of them died. But most damage occurs during the startup period, and we wanted a unique oil which would give protection by staying attracted to the engine when it's not running. And we succeeded. So those engines didn't die in vain.
He says 8, he gets in at 11:30.
Still, your Dave gets some things right. I love the Escort he's just got. I don't see many Series 2 RS turbos.
Series 1.
No, it's a 2. You can hear it's got lower overall gearing.
But the Series 1 has got the Garrett TO3 turbocharger.
So has the 2, and they change the central housing.
What about the tapered secondary piston rings?
Well, they've both got those.
Good morning, Castrol.
The labels may have changed, but the liquid engineering hasn't. And neither has our passion for motorsports in New Zealand.
Hello and welcome to the Manfield Auto Course for the 1988 Castrol 6-hour race for production motorcycles.
Off Les Brown and that Nissan, and there's Jarvis, the 0 to 1600 leader, about to be put a lap down.
And I think Keeley had the room just about to keep it on the tarmac, but he wanted to edge Aaron Slight as hard as he possibly could. And didn't he pay the penalty?
And supporters love it. He has released the shackles on car 51, and he is going straight to pole position for the Bob Jane T-Marts 1000 Murphy. A blistering lap. Holy smokes! That's record breaker.
Castrol product in international motorsport for many years. A lot of our drivers, young drivers like Jason Richards, Craig Baird, Johnny Reid, many others have driven with Castrol product. It's been an excellent product to work with over the years.
Hi everyone, Greg Murphy here. I can honestly say I'm honoured and privileged to have been a part of Castrol, the Castrol family for over 20 years now. It goes back to the 90s. I'm honoured and privileged to have worked with them, had sponsorship from them, and continue to be an ambassador with Castrol. It has been a relationship that's seen me involved with the brand through some really, really important parts of my career, and I look forward to working with the brand and with the team and my friends at Castrol for many years to come. And congratulations on the 100th anniversary.
And look at the split, it's awesome! 0.4 of a second for Greg Murphy.
So whether it's driving the heroes of yesterday, today or tomorrow, Castrol is ready and raring to go for the next 100 years.